I need you. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape.
Hayden's missing? Well, it's one way to sour my night. I already saw you got as little wrong with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
Really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't going to happen at this point.
Hey, what's up guys? Lucky Ojo here. So we're going to do something a little different, which by this point in time in our channel, you should realize that like every episode I say I'm going to do something different, so I don't know what our normal is anymore. This is 2064 read-only memories. So I don't know a lot about this game, only that it's like kind of got this really cool like 16-bit old school like PC vibe, like the old adventure games. It kind of gives me a Police Quest slash Space Quest vibe. So it looks pretty neat, honestly. I've been wanting to play this for quite a while. If you hear me having a slightly lower tone, I'm actually in a hotel right now. So in an effort to bring you guys more content, I actually bring my microphone and laptop with me now to hotels as I travel. So this will be kind of like a test to see how that works in execution. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this game.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD.
And it's got a wicked
The
voiceover.
world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them.
This is like Shadowrun.
They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human.
Sick. That pompadour though.
High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
So I'm wondering what they mean by that. I wonder if he like uploaded himself into that robot. So now we know that ROM is like, well, I mean, not, it's read-only memories, but like, what was it, like relationship something managers? I should have paid more attention. Oh, I didn't want to skip. So apparently if you click twice, you skip. Very interesting so far. I'm kind of curious to see how this goes. Home sweet home. Okay, maybe pardon my throat there. Okay, maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. And so we have a computer thing called Lips. But yeah, this is like very much like the old school like requests. So we see a sheet of paper we can look at, pick up, or talk to. So let's look at it first. It's a single sheet of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. So we are going to pick it up. It sort of suits the room's aesthetic better with it on the ground, don't you think? Okay, never mind. Ultrabeat headphones. We'll take a look at it first. The ultimate in budget audio. You better try them out so you can start crafting your review. Okay, let's pick them up. Nice. Headphones added to my items. Notice how they were also in blue. I wonder if that means something. Those are the GX Ultra Beats that you have to do your product review on. Also, this music is pretty nice, by the way. They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them with some things lying around in your apartment. Okay. Let's try the headphones with that paper. The page is blank. All of it useless. Alright. The sink. Let's look at it. It looks gross. You don't know exactly what the ooze is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. That's reassuring. Turn the sink on, talk to it. Let's see what... Oh, we found an ID card randomly there. You can hear the sink gurgling in high def. It's kind of neat. Let's see what book this is. A copy of Wigfield. This is also in pink, so it's a different color. Sometimes the old books are best, especially to keep your window propped open. So what happens if we take it? Will the window fall down? The classics can get boring pretty fast after multiple reads. Besides, it's more useful holding at the window. I wonder if we can hold it up with something else. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't it supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? Alright. A Yomo poster? Wymo? Your friend Hayden gave this to you. The group is old, but the music is timeless. That's what he said, at least. So that was blue, just like the headphones. What happens if we put the headphones with this? Whoa. Okay. So we hear the beats. You touch the poster and Wymo begins playing in your ears. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, that's enough testing for the headphones review. Your accountability remains intact right away. So we can pick up the sheet of paper and we can write. Don't disturb the vibe of the room. Okay, never mind. I guess we have to go talk to the laptop. Good old Lappy. It may not be the most powerful or fastest or have the best screen, but well, it works. Fair enough. Boot up Lappy. Lappy is a bit of a relic. Yeah. YouTube. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. Lips Live, which is YouTube. That's kind of entertaining. Journal Logic. Okay Today. So I'm assuming Journal Logic is it. What's Journal Logic? Journal Logic isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates for a machine as old as yours. Alright, what's OK Today? OK Today is Neo San Francisco's most beloved morning show, and it's all about news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by its name. What? This is the show's online newspaper called The Scanline. OK Today is usually all about feel-good news, but it does focus on serious current events at the times as well. Alright. Inbox is pretty straightforward. We can look at our inbox real quick. Spam, scam, bills, work, weekly update, invitation, promotional email, and rent mail. So let's take a look. Well, oh, it even says you can see past due for bill. Let's take a look at the work mail. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for WTF Sounds, formerly OMG Sounds. We're a new and upcoming audio review feed looking for hot talent who need a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. Okay. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we'd like your stuff, we could possibly throw some credit your way. Don't they know people die of exposure? Alright, I think that's interesting. Rent mail, promotional mail. What kind of promotions we got going? Coupon for 5 credits on the back of Hassie Infinity. Ooh, that even speaks. Hassie Infinity has all of your daily calories with none of the nutritional value. Like the opposite of a diet version. That's awesome. What's our invitation to? An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Tricia Lay, DDS. Why would the dentist invite you to the lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. That's scary. That's our weekly update. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source of all classic technology. Popular pieces this week: The King of Click, a retrospective in the classic Model N keyboard. Okay, unsubscribe from the newsletter. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. That's awesome. Spam, scam. Alright, we'll leave all that. What? Oh, okay. So let's take a look at what Live does. Lips Live, the premier online video network. This app is a mesh of all active streams. Yeah, let's do that. GX Ultra Beats sync to Lappy automatically as you connect to one of the less adult streams. Your best options are usually limited to video game streams, old concert recordings, and live cams of baby animals. Your choice is clear. Lappy speakers feel neglected, but now you have the first-hand experience needed to start actually writing the review. The first part of work is done. You're so accomplished. Alright. What we could do is see the news. I kind of want to see what the news is going over. Current events, Charlie Nova. Like, we need to know what this world is doing. Like, who is this lady? Who's Charlie Nova?
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host
dude.
of Star in the Stratosphere and Tonight in the Stars. Join Ryan D. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
I'm glad we had that moment. Alright. Let's see here. Human Revolution remains vigilant in the hashtag #StayHuman protest in Upper Market. December 19th, the Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside of the Genus clinics around the city, including those in East Bay down the peninsula. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, has met with the most controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Maybe that's what he meant by die from exposure. I thought it was like a radiation thing, but maybe that's what he's talking about. Genus employee Mort Crane, maybe that's important too, because it's in blue, spoke with OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been of paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The Human Revolution stands behind their claims that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to the newer cybernetic technologies, are warping humanity into a very scary, dark future. Ooh. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what? Said one protester, who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. June Vollmer, Anna, OK Today. Alright, and I don't care about sports. What's the headline? Story about our hometown, the Neo San Francisco 49ers. I don't care. What's this headline? A story about broken down Froyo stand? I certainly don't care about that. Alright, let's go write our article and get out of here. Alright, time to get the work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul. Bit by bit. Character by character. This guy's a very dismal person. Finished, set it up, and now send it off by the editor. There, your big break. Surely the glowing review of the GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty into a book deal. Surely. I find that hard to believe. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. Alright, log out. So we can go to bed, but is there anything else that we really didn't look at? What's stack of paper? Stack of papers for your unpublished novel. I didn't see anything else of... That's a fridge. I don't care about the fridge necessarily. Alright. Let's go to bed. Go to sleep. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. Who is that outside our window? And we leave the window wide open. Oh my goodness, it's a robot and that's creepy. This is a horror game now. It's like downloading the internet from our computer.
Ah, good. You're finally awake.
What are you doing in my house?
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
Yeah, so how'd you get my apartment?
I came in through the door, of course.
Touche.
The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious.
Alright,
It
cocky
only took
kid.
me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the Secugate M/14723-B.
My landlord was full of it when he said it was the best. Because we're super
Don't
dismal.
feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken.
Yeah, and there's a book holding it up.
And that you left it open.
Yeah, like I'm more worried about the dog's birthday. Like I knew my window was
I
open.
know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I
So the real question is, who are you?
investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
There we go, yeah. Hold on, what are you doing in my apartment?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC.
The what?
Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the
changed
long-term
the paper.
performance of my micro actuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit.
He didn't get the ooze out
As
though.
you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
What do you mean snag? I saw the red on there.
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
Because I ain't got no money, man. Yeah, like, I don't have money for a new computer.
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
Yeah, like, for real. Like, one, well, like, before we even ask, like, why you're here, who are you? Like, for real, who are you?
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden, until now.
Oh, so you know Hayden Weber.
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
Yeah, where is Hayden?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here.
So now it
Help
does
me.
make sense.
You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Okay, let's start from the beginning.
The beginning. Okay, yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape.
Interesting.
I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
So, a couple questions I have that he doesn't have. Were you followed? And are they on their way? You know what I'm saying? Like, do they have a means of tracking you, Mr. Robot Buddy? Because I feel like we're going to die. Or they're going to bust into here now. So, I mean, obviously we knew Hayden.
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
Yep, why not? I had nothing better to do.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
Alright, we'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable.
Thanks, little computer
If
dude.
anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Alright, so we
I
know who's
don't
Hayden.
know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner.
Obviously, it's the groups that are against robots and genetic modification.
Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
So why would they want him? Well, to build another one of you, but really I think it's the terrorists.
He
We'll see.
is one of the
I might be
top
wrong.
researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Yeah. Thank you for asking the question I've been asking in the beginning. Who are you?
Excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing.
That's awesome. Of all the names, right? Like, that is hilarious.
I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments.
Yeah, a Turing test even? Ba-dum-tsh.
He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his.
Yeah. So, mild side story. For those of you who aren't, like, aware of, like, the reference they're making, Alan Turing was one of the original pioneers into machine learning, and he conceptualized, like, the test. He calls it the Turing test because most doctors, I guess, make everything named after themselves. It's like the goal of machine learning. So it's the pinnacle at which you've reached the point in which artificial intelligence is like indescribable from humans. And the Turing test is where you basically interact with a human. If the human can't tell that they're talking to a computer, they've passed the Turing test, more or less. I mean, it actually goes more complicated than that, but like that's a very simplistic version of it. But like, it's ironic that they called it Turing, and he's like this emotional, like interactive robot with artificial intelligence that can show emotions. He even mentioned being like nervous and like all these different things. So like, I'm wondering if that's what they're going with this. So looks kind of neat.
Exploring true artificial sapience.
There we go. Into sapiens.
It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him.
Yep. The terrorist
Either to
organizations.
stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves.
Yeah, how are you different?
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them.
So, yeah,
But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic.
Yeah.
As for
Like a chat
myself,
robot.
much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
Yeah. I would say, like, how would you know?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question,
Very interesting.
how can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
Whoa, that got deep. Like, that's like religious and philosophical in nature. That's like a whole Destiny thing. That's awesome, actually. Like, I'm glad that my character believes the same thing I do.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent. Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
Gee, thanks, Turing. I appreciate you charging stuff to my finance account. Let's see. Yeah, why not go to the police? They may be able to help.
No, we can't. One of the last things Hayden told me was to avoid the authorities. We must be cautious about who we inform of this.
Why?
My calculations show that the possibilities of a leak are dangerously high. Corruption, despite being a challenge to public trust as well as cohesion of departmental policies, is still a possibility to consider. If it becomes public that Hayden has been kidnapped, his life may be put in further danger. His chances of escape would surely decrease.
How do you know he's alive now, though? You know what I'm saying? I
We
mean,
must keep this to ourselves for now. Please.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna be polite to him. It's at 12:20, and then now it's 12:21.
that's strange.
What's strange? Whoa, there's my mouse. I lost it for a second.
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired.
Red flag?
I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Yeah, perhaps a maintenance robot?
It's possible. Most
Or
of
to
the
cover up.
repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
Alright, so shouldn't disturb the evidence. Yeah, I agree. So instead of we have a choice to tell them not to disturb the evidence, to be careful, or let's just head in, basically. So let's tell them not to disturb the evidence
Agreed.
just in case. I think that's the most reasonable. So it doesn't look like there's much sign of much struggle, or you sure he was actually kidnapped. So I don't want to doubt him, because I don't think he would have came here. Also, there may have been some struggle. That's not a video game system. It looks like there's something broken there. But I don't see anything else fighting. This is very iRobot-ish.
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. I should have stayed and tried to protect him.
Aren't you programmed against harming humans? Nope.
Of course not. How silly.
Well, that's concerning.
To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
I'm glad we had that talk, Turing. Yeah, comforting.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people.
Touche.
The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Okay. Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense.
She
But
looks sad. I still think, yeah, I agree. He did the right thing by escaping. Because then they both would have been kidnapped and the thing would have been over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Excellent
all
point.
done.
Let's start searching for clues.
Yep. Alright. But, so I think we're going to end the first episode here. Let's see. Menu, can we save? Yeah. Saves. Can we? I actually have no idea how to do anything. Can we save it with a lucky? This is like really kludgy, but I kind of like it. There we go. Nice. Boom. Oh. Ah. Alright, cool. So I'm pretty sure we saved the game, even though it still shows save game down here. I'm kind of nervous about that. So I'm gonna just hit lucky one more time, just to make sure that... Whoa. What are we doing now? What are we doing back there? Just to make sure we actually got that one. There we go. Alright. very cool game so far. Very different than other ones I've played. It like definitely harps back to like old school like Police Quest and like Space Quest and like a lot of the old like Sierra games, but it has like its own cool cyberpunk vibe. Like a lot of the vibes I'm getting story wise are actually closer to like iRobot and like Shadowrun, which is like super cool. Like I really like the cyberpunk feel that this game has, so I'm really enjoying it. I think things are going to really pick up very shortly, obviously, as soon as we start going down the path of, you know, Hayden's trail and we start catching on to stuff. I think things are really going to pick up, and I think our decisions are going to start making very large differences in what happens. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. As always, just smack down that like button, and we will see you next time.